That's right. It's Tuesday, November 18th, 2014. I am Brent Copeland, here to tell you about your daily do's and your daily don'ts and what's I got going on today and this week. Really cool thing. Had a user set up a Reddit for us, so you can go over to reddit.com/r/Brent Copeland and see stuff there. What's going down? Make some comments, post. I'll be trying to keep an eye on it and answer any questions and what I see might need some attention to. So that's really cool. Also, yesterday, recorded some of the super awesome super team server Direwolf 20 mod pack, and it's up on the channel, so go take a look. Tell me what you want me to get invested in on the server. Some more Mistcraft or tons of other mods on there. Tinkers, Construct, and whatnot. So that's been a lot of fun. Been hang gliding around. Today I'm going to do a little bit more recording on there. I've been playing a little bit of WoW. Probably too much. It's been okay. I've got some things I want to talk about on the MMO show, which I'll record tomorrow. I need to change the schedule on the Beam TV to more accurately reflect when things will be recording. But that'll be tomorrow. I'm also setting up my green screen today. I got this cool doodad, if you're watching the video. And so I'm going to hang this up there. And then this will go across and stick in the wall over here. It's just an old, laundry line thing. But this will work perfect for the green screen. And that way I can move it out of the way when I don't need it and things like that. So I'm going to install that as well. It does look like a dog walker, but it's a little more permanent, like you actually screw it into the wall. I don't know if you see that, but yeah, so that'll be cool. I also lunched with an old-time friend from Curse, Mr. Chip Hall. Good to see him today, so I can't wait for that. Gonna go try a new Vietnamese place, which doing it for him. I don't know if I will. It's a new thing. I mean, I've had Vietnamese clay pots before, but I'm going to try their egg and meat dish. See how that does. So that'll be fun. And then hopefully I can get the new videos for the super awesome team, super awesome thing going. I'm looking up right now Far Cry 4, which is thinking about getting and doing. So it's November 18th. So oh, that's today. Wait, no. So when does it come out? It says now available. So is that today? So I got to get it today. Or am I late on this? Wow. That's sorry. So I want to see the release date. Tell me the release date. Far Cry 4. It's making me sign in with my life information, and I don't know if I wanted to do that. I'm just joking. I'm doing it. I'm just trying to. Oh no! Don't give me my year. But Far Cry. I played Far Cry 3, and it was a lot of fun. It had some co-op modes, which were fun. So it says pre-order Far Cry 4 today. Download the day one patch. That's the latest news. So oh man. Why don't they say big letters? Release day is this day. So I gotta read all this stuff. But it's a lot of fun. So would you watch videos on Far Cry? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so that's that, and that was a lot of babbling for nothing. Let's get to what happened today in history. It's actually 1978, November 18th, 52nd Street was an album by Billy Joel. It included the radio hits Big Shot, My Life, and Honesty, and it achieved number one on the Billboard charts, and it became the top-selling album of the year. And it was the album of the year for Billy Joel in the annual Grammy Awards in February 1980. But ended up, Billy Joel has actually sold like millions of albums, like 80 million, I would say. 81.5 million, I think, actually, which puts him like, I found two things that there was some contention on whether he was the third most selling or the sixth most selling. So anyway, he's up there though. He's up there with the Beatles and our good friend Garth Brooks we talked about the other day. So that's really cool. Mr. Billy Joel. He also writes all of his own songs, which is kind of different for most musicians these days, it seems like, right? So that's a big feat to have all those amazing number one hits as well. So wish you well, Mr. Joel, or as your old wife used to call you, Joe. Another interesting thing I thought was that he's actually he was a boxer, so he would get picked on going to his piano lessons from bullies, so he ended up taking up boxing, and he ended up winning 22 out of his 24 boxing matches, and he quit on his 24th match because he broke his nose, had his nose broken. I guess he didn't break it. That'd be kind of weird if he was just boxing and went, crack, blood. I guess it could be a tactic of some sort. Probably not a good one if you want to win in boxing. So he left boxing and went on to make millions and billions. Of course, something else interesting that I read, if I can remember this correctly, is he made some bad deals managing, and actually his first label, Family Records, I believe, had a 25 cents for every single, I think. It's either album or single that he sold. Anyway, he ended up making $3,000 on that album that was a number one album because of his horrible business management. So, wow. I mean, how many millions did all these other people make, and he's the one who made the album? That's just crazy. So, hopefully you got a better business manager. It was your first wife, probably why she became your first wife, and you got remarried. Like, how do you go to sleep each night next to someone who, like, screwed up that bad for you? Like, really? Doing all this work? I made $3,000 on that album. What were you thinking? Like, it'd be hard to, yeah. Sorry about that, Billy Joe. Oh. So, I want to wish some happy birthdays to anyone who's having a birthday today. I noticed one of my favorite actors, Mr. Owen Wilson, has a birthday today, as well as astronaut Alan Shepard. So I think Alan Shepard maybe his birthday was today. Anyway, if you have a birthday, let me know in the comments, and I wish you a happy birthday. So let's move on over to something we like to call comments. I feel like we need like a name for comments, so such as comments, your comments, comments from the viewers, morning comments. There we go. First one here from Maxo11X says, hey, nice into the Indiegogo. Yes, it was. Thank you. What I want to know is, how messy is your desktop? Is it everything everywhere, or is it nice and organized? Are you talking about my computer desktop or my desktop? So my desktop, it's a little messy. I've got PS4 remote, TV remote, sunglasses. But besides that, that's pretty much there. So it's not too messy. If you're talking about computer desktop, I try to keep just the applications that I use a lot, shortcuts on there, and then everything else I throw into like a folder that I call desktop. But it gets messy as I install crap, and then I go and throw it into the folder again. So I usually have one monitor that's clean with nothing on it, and then one has all the icons on it. It's normally how it goes. Trivialistic says the best Arnold parody tribute band ever, Austrian Death Machine. Haven't heard it. I'll check it out. And it's if you're into metal and Arnie. So who isn't into metal and Arnie, right? So let's check that out. JBJ Blaze says, hello, Mr. Brent. Did you know that today, the day before you read this comment, yesterday was National Unfriend Day? And I failed. I didn't unfriend anyone on National Unfriend Day. And he goes on to say, actually, somehow you missed my comment from Friday. And YouTube does comments weird sometimes. Sometimes it puts them in the spam filter, and I try to go in and unspam anything, but I miss some things. And then also, if I don't switch it to newest first, sometimes it doesn't show all the comments. It's weird. Anyway, so your comment on Friday, what was it, WJ Blaze? It was, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I think you should make the future Smite podcast just a continuation of On Smite. Maybe just tweak the name about the people on Smite, simply On Smite, ooh, or call it Brothers on Smite. Thanks always, and have a nice weekend. P.S. So that's where you were when you'd be on the village. Cool. And I'll be honest with you, especially Mondays, like I kind of forget everything I said on Friday. So, if you want, like, try to phrase your, like, if you're commenting on us, if you could pull out, like, a few words to let me know what you're talking about, it might help me out. Maybe I should go watch it again after, anyway, just a suggestion, and I might not sound so ignorant. Is that the right word? It's the best one, I guess, anyway. Last, Mackenzie Drew asked, are you looking for any new games to play? I already kind of talked about Far Cry 4, and I really want to play that. I want to play the multiplayer Don't Starve. I want to do some of that. But yeah, that's some of the ones I'm looking out for right now. And also, I'm looking for a 3DS Max. Man, I've been having so much trouble trying to get that installed right, but I'm running. But hopefully soon. Last but not least, Mackenzie Drew asked, I was wondering, what is your educational background? I graduated from high school, and at the time I was in a band called Plaid, which you may actually be able to find on some of the streaming. Oh, sorry. I forget sometimes that I need to scroll down the comments a little more. But I was playing in a band called Plaid at the time. Like I was saying, you might be able to find it on some of the streaming services. There's actually another band, Plaid, with tons of albums. We're not that Plaid. You'll find the album has a bunch of bananas on the front cover. But I went to college, and it's kind of weird. Like I thought I was gonna be a rock star and didn't need college or whatever, but was practicing a lot, and we were playing around on the weekend mostly, some weekday gigs. But when I went to college, I wanted to do computer programming, and my stepfather, who was paying for school at the time, said, if I'm going to be paying for school, then you've got to switch to computer engineering. Which to me is like, I don't even know what they do. Like, do they build the computers? They're the ones who, like, figure out, like, where RAM should be. Anyway, he didn't think there was any money in programming. Which I can understand, because at the time, like, I know he had a business and he hired a computer programmer, and it was like, at that time, there wasn't really the internet so much to do, like, work from. So they actually had to, like, come down to his business and, like, sit there and type in on his machine and fix bugs or whatnot all night long. And you'd come in the next day and he'd be, like, walking out the door, and there'd be, like, an ashtray full of cigarette butts, because, you know, he'd just been sitting there and just drinking coffee and programming all night long, trying to knock that stuff out. And it did not look like a glamorous job. It looked like you were working all nights and stuff. So I can understand why his trepidation of wanting to do it. Anyway, so I went to college, and like, I basically failed out. I mean, I got like a C and 2 F's my first term, is what they called it here at UAH, because I was taking things like, that was the other thing, is switching my major to computer engineering. I had to, like, switch my classes, and I was taking, like, Western Civ and all this crap that I could care less about, and I was gonna be a rock and roll star. So anyway, long story short is I basically failed out of college. Go to school, kids, even if it's just free time to figure out what you want to do with your life. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the education I've had. I mean, I've taken some, like, week courses in, you know, in, like, PHP or things like that, and taking some online on things, but pretty much everything else is just self-taught, and learned it the hard way. Don't learn it the hard way, learn it the easy way, or just learn it. Anyway, I guess that's it for today, folks. So you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to get to recording, and then I'm going to get to lunch, and then I'm going to get to, I got to move some stuff around at my house, as well as install green screen line. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow on Wednesday. And we'll do an MMO show tomorrow too. I can't wait. Bye, everyone.